Podcast, a platform created to entertain, educate, and evolve the modern-day deer hunter.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
You want some?
So weird sitting around you guys with all their beards and I don't have a beard.
I never heard that term before.
What?
What's
Mouth hug?
I never heard it either.
Where did you hear it from work? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a Zug Island thing.
I've been told to smile like a donut.
Yeah. Oh, you have been.
The old Zug and Tug.
The Zug and Tug.
Hey, we need you to go out to Zug Island for a weekend. You got to shave your beard off you had for like a decade. Was that it?
Probably 2 decades. Probably 2 decades.
Who's on 4? They're coming in hot.
Hot.
Hot?
Bomber.
Coming in hot.
You will hear me. I will be heard.
Listen.
Dial you down.
God damn it. Turn me up.
Turn me up.
Don't you quiet my voice.
I'm going to get riled. Start ripping paneling down.
Looks like we got good channels. Ginger Ninja mentioned us in his story.
Oh, yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. That was fun. Interesting.
With Ginger Ninja?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character, man.
The
Oh,
Davester.
Hopefully, he doesn't actually be his wife, so that we're not held accountable.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
It's fun talking to Mr. Harry, too, about Texas pig hunting.
Mr. Harry?
Mr. Harry. Mr.
Yeah.
Harry Stanley.
Oh, man.
Dude was cool.
I
He was
bet.
cool as shit.
Sorry I couldn't be here.
We're sorry.
Little hair bear.
I think Dave would be real fun to have at deer camp.
Oh, yeah, dude. That'd be a blast.
Right. Blue chews. Just bring a bunch of blue chews and everybody's fight for space.
So what was the basic concept? Like it just
It's
gets you
but
knockoff thing.
Oh,
it's a subscription, and
Yeah.
it's like an online subscription where they send a quantity to your house monthly. You can choose the quantity.
Is it for a hard-on?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a boner pill.
Boner pills by the month?
Yep. Right
nothing-
to your
Instead of giving
door.
tips on shooting booners, Ginger Ninja was getting tips on growing boners.
nothing. A couple popsicle sticks and some tape.
He's
Can't
got the
fix.
fire
Said-
down below.
Do you know he had a good what was a good like reference towards it? He said when he had conversations, he had been met with combatants about people saying, "Well, if you don't need it, why would you get it?" And he said, "If I told you that your truck could get better mileage and have more power, wouldn't you?"
Wow, he's into souping up boners. Oh, nice.
Oh man, that's a custom upgrade there.
It's in the
Real
aftermarket.
gearhead.
Aftermarket boner.
Real gearhead. Jeez.
Nice.
Wiener head.
What I wanted to do today is talk about plans for 2019, and I kind of want to focus in on gear more so than we can touch on all of it. We haven't done what our personal expectations are, what our plan is for 2019 podcast yet, and it's what, March?
Second day of March now.
So what, we're a quarter of the way into 2019, are we?
Yeah, there was a little bit of a winter lull there between.
A little bit of a lull.
Yeah, a little bit of a lull.
Jeez, I
Winter
barely made out
sodomizing.
alive.
Yeah, I was like a starved buck.
I put 10 pounds on.
Fat
Yeah,
bastard.
well,
Yep.
It shows.
I found about 10 pounds maybe.
Dude, I did. I'm in the gym. Me and him seen each other at the gym this morning.
Have your old
You hide
camel
it better
since
with
you're
a
too
beard.
fat.
It's hard. It sneaks up on you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like behind the bushes. I was like, hey, I'm fat.
Caught myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, haven't seen myself from that angle in a while.
Start ironing your clothes in the driveway.
What's that mean?
You're too fucking fat from the fit on the ironing board.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
No, I got a little ways to go, but I'm 10 pounds over where I should be, so
You're
getting,
the one guy in the pool swimming with a t-shirt on.
it's not even that I want to be.
Do you have a bathing suit with a skirt on it?
I don't like. I want.
It's a one piece for sure.
What I don't want to have to do is buy a new bathing suit.
They're stretchy
It's
at the
that
waist.
simple.
Real stretchy. Dude, my
I got a
bathing
pull
suit.
string right now. I wish I was wearing my bathing suit.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You and me
Well,
both.
not really, but I know what you're saying. They give a bit.
They do give a bit.
They're forgiving if you get the right. Yeah. I don't want to have to get a new one. You know.
I got you. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to have to buy new pants.
That's why I say
Stretchy
thin.
pants. Just start getting wearing
I
sweatpants all the time. and stuff.
Don't want to be the guy. The middle-aged guy with a wife that has nice body and looks good, and a group of 20-year-old guys are looking at her, checking her out, and the guy that she's with has a.
I think it's more of a
Fat
motivational thing, you know. If you're a little chunky, it might really help out a lot of other guys. Thinking maybe I could too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you think I should start like another page?
Yeah, of like chubby guys with hot wives. Like, hey,
It worked
you don't
for
need to
me.
be a good-looking guy or in shape or anything.
You could slob out in these 3 simple steps.
Right. Just got to have a good personality. That's all.
Got to have more than that.
Giant
All
hog.
Yeah, and probably a sizable bank account wouldn't hurt.
Right.
I think there's been actually some confirmations that a sizable bank account can
It can increase
help
your,
increase your odds of.
Yeah.
If you can make them laugh, it's worth all the gold in the
Oh.
bank.
Yeah, that's very important. Wow, that was a good.
That
was good.
right into deer hunt.
That's what
huh?
Nella say. A
Oh.
segue.
So that's our plan for next season, all right?
Shit.
Segue, keep our wives.
Cue to the exit music.
It's currently the day of.
March 2nd?
March 2nd.
What time is it?
That's about 3 o'clock.
Approximately
3:22.
3:22
Nice.
from the pilot house.
Nice.
It's a gray day.
It's a great day, but it's a little warmer than it's been lately.
It's your typical Michigan dog shit winter day.
That's not that bad. It makes you
Bomber's
appreciate those
such
sunny
a downer, man. Just such a downer.
days. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Bomber.
What is it? It's about 30 degrees out.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's
out.
like 34 or 5.
Felt colder when I went out there just to your truck here a couple minutes ago than it felt this morning, but the sun was
That
out
was
a little
weird.
bit this morning.
I did feel the heat of the sun earlier today.
Yeah, for a bit. For a minute there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smurged out for my rock and warmed myself across the blacktop for a little bit.
I warmed myself on some rocks last week.
Huh, that's weird.
I was on the beach,
Oh, you were.
and
Out
I
of
was
town.
cold.
Yeah.
I'd been sick. I felt terrible.
Nice old Seattle winter.
And
It's kind of like Michigan, probably, for gloominess.
I was underdressed. Honestly, I should have had a base layer on, and I should have had a puffy coat for when we got to the beach, and I would have been
Perfect.
Oh, I'm such a freak about like being comfortable nowadays and just being outside, and just because the options are there with the gear. Like, look at, you're all layered up. You're probably super comfortable right now.
It's a little warm. This
are
wool
you?
sweater is a bit,
Little
bit
warm,
toasty.
are you?
Bit toasty.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
You wanna-
cozy.
Yeah.
I could take this off.
I'm pretty comfortable too, and all I have on is pants and a hooded sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So for it being that shitty out there, it warmed up nice in here.
Yeah, I think I'm wearing a smart wool on my 6-sight and then a thick wind shear Cabela's wool sweater.
I can't recommend these enough.
The stretchy pants?
The
kinda?
6-sight pants. You'd freak
Are
out.
they like,
I
they're
wanna
not like
get
the
some,
soft
dude.
shell? Are they a
Dude.
soft shell? Is it just like
They're-
the soft shell or what?
Yeah, basically, but a little thinner.
I want to get some
Weight.
of them for sure.
Oh, is it like
Thinner
their,
weight?
the other one? I'm trying to think of the model. The camo that's lighter. And it's got like that rip stop kind of deal in it.
I'm not exactly certain. These are their casual.
Line.
Casual.
They have some really nice
pants.
polos and
There's some stretch
all that.
for the testicles.
Yeah, and
Well-
fleece lined pockets. I mean,
Sold.
yeah, I pretty much see your camel toe right now.
Little moose knuckle
little
poking
moose
out.
knuckle.
hang
Yeah.
down there, huh?
Moose called wants his knuckle back.
Yeah. Well, these will fit a little better after I lose that 10 pounds.
Yeah, well, just hopefully don't lose it all down there.
But I could lose 10 pounds and still be comfortable. These pants would still fit. They're very stretchy.
It's a miracle of spandex.
Good seeing you, Bomber. I feel like
Jeez,
it's been a
you
while
brought
since.
kidding. Hey, let's
I feel like
get,
it's been a while since
get
we've
in
all
here.
been together. When's the last
has.
time we've sat?
Jesus Christ. Holy
Good
shit.
Cheers.
That
No kidding, man.
Month.
polar
Month.
vortex from Mr. Jack Frost.
I've had a sex change since you guys seen me last.
Oh, yeah.
You're not Ryan, you're Ryan now.
Yeah, Aina.
You don't look like you changed, but you look like you might be transitioning.
Yeah, I feel a little more sensitive.
Your
Dude,
hand-
to the cold for sure. That stings on your face out there
yeah.
when you're clean shaven. So I give it up to the clean shaven guys on listeners and all that. It's tough.
I'm sitting
this
next
time
to a
of year.
handsome man.
Well, thank you.
Plane ride back from Seattle, I watched Super Troopers 2.
That's
Oh,
a good
yeah?
flick.
Yep. Did you watch it?
No,
It was
first
great.
one was good.
I laughed from start to end on the
They
plane.
just did it.
Yeah.
Just
Laugh.
it just came out, didn't
Nice.
it?
With
It was
headphones.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been out for a minute,
Yeah, I'm behind in the times.
but I was like, I'm gonna wait for the right opportunity to watch that, you know.
playing.
And it worked out.
Good.
So
You had some
yeah, I
downtime.
laughed. It's funny. It's better than what I expected. They did a great job of interweaving the first one.
Nice. Not just playing off the coattails of the
Well,
first one.
it's
Right.
tough, man, making a good sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Don't do it like a dickhead.
No.
Well, they waited long enough. It was like at least 12 years since the last one.
yeah.
Isn't it crazy how time's flown by since all those old movies?
I watched the second 300 too. You know, there's two 300s.
I thought they killed all the guys,
They
though.
come back from
I know.
the dead.
That's the funny part.
That's
no,
weird.
there's
They're all
300
supposed to die.
no, there's different. There's another war going
Oh, there's
on.
another 300.
Nope,
Yeah.
only that 300. But the 300 is actually 3 movies, and the first 2 are done, and there's still gonna be a third one.
Oh.
But they're like 12 years apart too.
How is it? I don't know.
There's another-
Maybe the story. I forget what the story went by, but
There's another war going on. There's a naval war going on while the land war is going on, and it's all It's done very well.
That Xerxes was a son of a bitch.
oh yeah.
I think those might be my favorite movies. of
Really?
all time.
Man, I thought the second one was not very good.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the cinematography was
That's cool.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was unbelievable.
You know what's really good?
Maybe, I don't know.
What's
The-
What's your favorite action
The
movie?
Whitetail Adrenaline, The Ride.
Favorite action movie? I
Yeah.
don't know. That's
That's
tough.
pretty sweet.
What's your favorite action movie?
I think
Action.
one of the
Like a war movie, like Braveheart is a fucking amazing one.
yeah, those are all classics. One, like as far as like an outdoors, since we're the outdoor theme, The Edge
okay.
with Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins, where they
Wow.
go down in a bush plane in Alaska, and that big fat grizzly's hunting them the whole time throughout the movie.
I never saw him. How old
Dude.
is that?
I think late '90s, maybe early 2000.
What's it called?
The Edge. It's badass.
I'd go to the Edge with you.
I know you
Oh
would.
yeah, and then a little bit over.
That's a great movie.
Right. No, that's good. I always liked the Boondock Saints for an action movie back in the
That
day.
I
is a
just watched
classic
that.
there.
Yeah, the original one.
I liked it better when I was younger.
It's a pretty good flick.
There's some in my opinion, some corny stuff in there, but I do like the one old timer at the bar says, "Why don't you make like a tree and fuck off?" That's like my favorite line in life. Make like a tree and fuck off, huh?
That's pretty good.
Well,
I
had
don't
a
know.
minute to think about it. What is it, like Die Hard or something?
I mean, that's a good one. I'm not gonna lie,
There's
but
a lot of good flicks.
Best
out
Christmas
there.
movie.
you're
I know
gonna
it's
that.
tell
hard to
me-
just be put on the spot and say, "Hey, what's your favorite action?"
Die
movie?
Hard is a better action movie than the second 300.
Yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
You're
Die
the
Hard's
only
pretty
person that's
badass.
ever brought up the second 300 movie, and Die Hard gets brought up every year.
I honestly didn't know they made it the second 300.
Exactly.
So that makes it bad because
No, but the fact that nobody talks about it just lets you know that it's bad.
One of my those favorites. What was that movie where what's his name got almost killed by a grizzly bear twice? It's a newer one.
Revenant?
Reverend.
Reverence. Yeah, that was a sweet.
That was a
scene.
good one.
The scene where he fought, where the grizzly bear almost killed him, was a pretty sweet scene.
Tombstone's a pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's another good one too.
probably
Yeah,
kept
I used to like
some-
Quigley Down Under a lot.
some of those Western
yeah.
hunters.
Quigs. Big Quig.
Western protected the rights of some of those Western hunters. 'Cause made me not want to go where grizzlies are.
Ah.
Yeah, they're
Don't be a bitch. They're out there.
Yeah, you could be like that
Get
runner
out there.
that strangled
I feel
that
like
one
there's
cougar to death
enough wilderness.
with his foot.
I feel like I could explore enough wilderness in my life and not have to explore stuff that has grizzlies in it to be very happy.
It's gotta be smart.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you just got to be smart.
Just don't bury your bacon grease under where you put your head at in your tent. And
Smart.
Imagine if your death wish was to be mauled by grizzlies and you just went to like a Fognac Island and covered yourself in bacon grease and
That's messed up, dude. Kevin,
borrow
how many
Lady,
drinks down are you, man?
we've had a
Feeling
couple
little-
drinks.
feeling-
borrow Lady Gaga's meat suit. And
Oh, the meat suit. Lady Gaga's meat suit. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Let's talk about deer hunting a little bit, huh?
I think we should.
The title of this podcast has to be Lady Gaga's meat suit, no matter what we talk about for the rest
They're
of the
just
episode.
plain meat suit.
Can I borrow your meat suit? Warren?
So, anybody been out scouting yet this year?
I recovered a trail camera today, and I walked through a bedding area. I can confirm deer are bedding in there, but I did not find any, what they call, sheds.
Dude, sheds don't exist in St. Clair County.
You found probably droppings. That's what we find up here. We find droppings, not sheds.
I found droppings. I found urine.
Good.
I found beds
Pee-pee,
that are being
poo-poo?
actively being used,
You're
and I
in
recovered
trouble.
a camera that had 252.
Squirrel photos?
It's got. No,
No.
I think there's
No.
quite a few deer on there
Sweet. Maybe
in-
some turkey too.
in the bedding area,
Mm-hmm.
in between bedding and food. So
That's a perfect spot
it should have on a pinch
on my tummies.
from bedding to food, late season food, cut corn,
Yeah.
and the densest bedding in proximity to it, in closest proximity to it. It's full beds. So, but I wouldn't be surprised at all right now if all the bucks around here, not all, but still a very sizable percentage are still holding horns.
What?
I wouldn't think
Wow.
so.
Yep.
You
What
think
I've seen on the cameras over the
a
last,
lot are holding their horns.
for sure. Yep.
It's pretty late for that.
They're hoarding their horns.
Horn hoarders.
We'll look
Horn
at the card. We'll pull that card and look at it. But just going off the data from the last couple of years, yeah, there's a lot of deer still have their horns around here.
Well,
Yep. Healthy deer.
yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of places the horns were falling early this year.
That big buck's got his horns.
Yeah, that was first week of January in those pictures, though, wasn't it? So you're looking back
No,
over
it wasn't. It was later than that.
That's like if
a month and a half ago. Though.
Yeah. Going off of last year, I would wager to bet that he still has.
I'm not like I took that last full spot in this parking lot. I'm not like making Amy park on the street or something.
It's fine.
It's good.
Yeah, you're
She's
good.
already parked in the street, buddy. What are you gonna
I'll
do?
valet it.
Have
I'll
her
valet
jump-
it.
have
I'll
her
pull
jump
my
on
truck
here?
out down the street and I'll pull hers in there.
No, you're good.
Nobody else is coming, right? Yeah,
Well,
man.
Pizza guy.
Nobody else is coming.
Pizza
Got it.
dude.
Pizza. Hey man,
When's
got
that
your
pizza getting here, Ryan?
What
Fuck
Oh.
was
was that?
My
Don't-
maple syrup pan falling over.
Don't worry
behind
about
the
it.
couch.
that? Jesus.
Man, that was ominous.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I heard the Zug Island hum. They talk about the Canadians. have,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all the websites dedicated to it. An eerie hum that comes from Zug. Oh my gosh! You know what it sounds like is it kind of sounds like one of those tampers you'd see on an excavator. You know when they're tamping sand and stuff. It does sound like Transformers the movie. You know when they're walking around and stuff.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty loud. It shakes your like vocal cords when you're talking.
No shit.
Yeah, it's.
It's got to be good for you.
I don't know. I think it's like government test, like mine test. They use that in like Cuba where they send the sound waves over and make people sick. Maybe that's what they're doing there. Just testing out
Sound
all
waves
the
that
stuff.
make you shit yourself.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
The cuddle couch.
I wish we had your Filson to keep us warm again.
I
this
thought
time.
about bringing the throw Filson.
the Thorofils.
I wasn't feeling very strong today, so I didn't feel like lugging the 30 pounds of weight on my back.
What's going on with this stuff?
It's all tangled
I
though.
don't know. I want to get tangled in you, Nick Bob.
God. I don't know how you can without that face main.
Well, it's getting a little pokey. We'll be like hook and loop right now.
Never gonna win with those thin little bird lips.
Oh man.
so smooth.
So yeah. So anybody else doing any scouting?
I've been doing a little squirrel hunting, but
How
scouting.
many squirrels you been shooting?
I haven't shot one.
Well, they're elusive creatures.
Yeah,
You been sitting or walking?
walking. I went up to the cabin. We had a little stressful scenario where the power went out at the cabin, and we don't drain the water out. So then the heat was off for like 3 days.
What?
So I was a little worried that every pipe in the place would have broke, and
We need to be blowing that out.
yeah, but we dodged the bullet. I mean,
for
all
you.
packs.
Was it?
So-
Did your alarm go off? Is that
Yeah.
what alarmed you? Well, that's a good alarm to have.
Right, yeah. Except I didn't have any time to get up there,
Well, yeah.
I just kind of, it was
At
nice
least you
to
know.
know that I was getting
Yeah, at least
screwed.
you're not pulling up with a van load of kids and a wife
And a frozen waterfall coming out of the whole
Oh,
Friday
right.
night. You know that it's fucked up there.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen some pretty bad water damage situations like that.
So heat was out, everything froze.
Everything froze, but everything thawed right back out.
With no leaks?
No leaks.
Wow.
Nothing, no damage, right?
Did you say you hear chunks of ice rattling
Yeah.
through the pipes when you turn the well on?
Yeah, you could hear it. So, and like because of that well water, there's sediment in it or whatever, and it just settles in the pipes and it like
Sediment,
stays
sediment.
there forever. Well, because of the ice, when we shot that through the lines, it broke some of that stuff up. So every faucet we turned on for the first time just brown.
Oh,
became-
probably had to take them off and clear out the aerators
Yeah,
and stuff.
I had to
for
put
that.
new aerators on everything.
Whoa, even had to go new.
Yeah.
That's a good move though with all the mineral
Yeah.
in the water up there.
Minerals.
It'll screw those aerators up pretty bad.
Yeah.
That water's got a lot of minerals.
Minerals are good for you.
I feel like if you eat the deer out of those forests and drink the water out of those wells,
you live to
you're
be
pretty healthy.
200. Yeah.
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 Lived to be 200.
That water is delicious out of that
Or
cabin.
300,
Oh,
because
it's
apparently 300 went 3 times.
Yeah. Little a little bit of that, a little bit of blue chew, and
Mm-hmm.
be going strong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about you, Bomber? You been getting out?
No. Just working.
Nick's hunting
You
season
look
has
like
been-
a UFC fighter right now with that haircut and
I
that
do?
beard. Yeah.
Wow. It's an ass kicker. I'm not messing with Bomber tonight.
UFC fighters look like this?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm very deceiving.
Do you want to go no-gi later?
No gi.
You give me nogies?
No-gi?
No geese.
Gi and no-gi.
What's nogi?
A gi
No-gi
is
is where you-
a gi is like a
The
karate
wardrobe.
uniform.
The wardrobe.
Taekwondo
Oh,
uniform.
No-gi is like when we go maybe
Like-
naked.
Like
you know.
sweeping the leg outfit? No, I haven't been up to much. Just working my dick off, and then the one day I usually get off, we just go for a quick hike with the time we have.
Where you been hiking?
Just in the marsh, like
Some public.
yeah,
Getting out, pounding some public.
yeah. Back in St. John's, there, walking the dikes, and
Walking dikes.
that's about it.
Some guys might not know what dikes are. Or
It's an
listening.
offensive statement if you
Yeah.
just walk
We're
the
not
dikes.
We're not talking about any type of lifestyle here.
No,
So Nick has 2 daughters. One's 14, one's 15.
No, but the dikes are they're just what man-made built moat or like
yeah, just
water channeling systems basically like
yeah, like
Structural engineering
dams,
for
like
a
a-
marsh system.
it's like a dam.
Right.
It's a dam. It's like a natural or man-made
A giant
not a natural.
yeah,
freshwater marsh.
like a berm, but we'll just go walk around there with the dog. And
How many acres is that marsh? Got to be 10,000?
No,
that
not quite
one's-
that much.
that one's
900,
1,300.
13.
No, yeah, just that chunk of.
Yeah, that chunk, and then across the road from us.
But I'm saying the actual physical marsh. The whole marsh.
that's only like 1,300. Oh, the physical marsh, not the wooded area.
I'm talking about even the private stuff back in off those canals and
Oh, you want to
all the way back up into behind the school. That's all part of the marsh.
It's probably you're probably
Dude, that's a
over
lot.
2,000
Yeah.
acres.
It's a big habitat, large habitat.
Yeah, you're probably around 2,000.
I think it's maybe even more than that.
Nah, because that chunk of public off back there is
There's a lot of public land back there.
1,300
Or
acres.
private land. There's a lot of private land back there.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. If you include all the marsh that's on the private land too,
I say it's definitely less than 5, but I just guess and throwing a number out there. I say between 2 and 3.
1,000.
Yeah.
It's a cool area.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the
it's-
dikes that every fall they've got certain areas for like waterfowl, and they'll flood them, open the gates up, and let the water go around and flood areas like corn and all that stuff.
I think you could go on Onyx and click on
Yeah, that's what
obviously the
What I was gonna do.
that's
right
what we
now.
do.
But
It's fun back there. There's a lot of wildlife, sandhill cranes, muskrat, some deer, a lot of geese, swans. We're kicking up a bunch of mink running around all over the place this morning.
oh man, minks, don't let them move in.
Dude,
Don't let them move in.
Don't buy a camper with a.
those little bastards
Free,
were
don't fall for the free camper thing.
they were slaughtering they were slaughtering muskrats last summer, man. We go walking back there, and every time we went
They're
out,
killers. They're straight up killers.
just kill for fun.
They have big fangs and they're like, ugh.
They're running. Dude, there's a good mink trail, like run back and forth over this one berm we were
good
at.
mink trail. Oh, that's a good mink trail.
2,947 acres.
Well, about 3,000 right on there, man.
Yeah, but no, that's only the public land,
It's the
right?
public.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Just the public land is 3,000.
Yeah.
Then think of all the private stuff.
There's not
There's
too
not
much
that
more private.
There's quite a bit.
Not
That
really.
whole canal system down.
Where?
Dude, I don't want to.
Nobody's gonna fucking find it.
I know what you're talking about, Kevin.
Where at?
I know what you're talking about.
I think there's more. Quite. I bet you
Yeah.
there's another.
I know, like where they do all the burns and all that stuff, and you know, yeah, all those.
They're gonna come and shoot all the tens of millions of deer that are in there.
yeah, there's good
There's
luck.
there's
You
so
need
much
scuba
deer
gear.
there. We
You'll-
can't tell you where we're at.
You'll literally need like scuba gear,
Dude, I don't need it being any more difficult.
right?
Don't come shoot the 2.5 deer there are.
Dude, there's way more deer. That's actually a super fun spot to hunt.
That's cool.
It's pretty badass back in there.
Well,
It is. I love it.
I've found some sweet new spots this last season. I'm going to concentrate on doing some scouting here soon. I haven't had a chance to get out, but yeah, I met a really awesome dude named Conrad out on a hunt on some public out there, and this guy is a murderer with his recurve, and he also does some trapping, some other sweet shit. Works for archery or crossbow company or something like that. I don't know, but he hunts with a recurve. So ran into him, and we're supposed to go scout some other stuff that he knows, and then trying to get out there this next month. Basically, just been shooting lately.
Yeah, you have been.
Shooting a lot. I just trying to get dialed in with that bear before the season.
It's been making me realize that I need to. I want to hunt more with my traditional bow this year.
Nice.
And so I need to build some arrows, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about today was broadheads. Like I want to talk about arrow builds and broadheads. What do you guys? I know guns is on this list too.
Get out.
Nope.
Shut
I swear
the
to
fuck
God,
up.
Guns on here.
Wow. You always feel like you're being
Exiled.
like exiled or.
I don't
being
wanna start
prejudiced
with it,
against
but
you
it's on
gun
here.
owners.
Right on.
This isn't itemized from like most important to least important, but I have boots, packs, stands and saddles, arrows, broadheads, bows, guns, and clothing.
That's a good list.
That's a good list.
If it was prioritized, I would put clothing ahead of guns.
Clothing is so important.
I don't
Yeah.
tell you shut
Oh, poor bomb.
I'm just been sore lately with the lack of gun interest.
all the blue chew showing up to your
No,
house.
you
blue
kind of like
chew.
being off the beaten path, bomber. You should kind of like that, you know.
Well, it's just
You're
fun.
the weirdo.
It just sucks. I have nobody to talk about it with other than my dad or Meekoff.
Well, I just get mesmerized every time you talk about these old guns. I could sit there like on Grandpa's lap. Listen to you. You got a lot of knowledge there. I don't know really a lot about guns at all.
The hunting rifle game is pretty ironed out at this point in time. Like, there's not really all that many advancements in technology and stuff for hunting rifles anyways.
Right. Unless you're getting like hand loading and that.
Right.
Right.
So, doesn't really lend itself to me going and researching it a bunch. And because I know my 30-30, I'm going to go grab it out of my gun safe, and it's going to shoot exactly where it did the last time.
It'll
right?
poke holes in whatever you aim it at.
Right.
Yeah.
Conversation's not that lengthy.
Well, if you get tired of your 30-30 getting all
The
deflected
history's
from
cool.
brush, then step it up to try a 444. It's a little bit more balls behind the game to blast through.
Or a 308 or a 6.5 Creed or.
I got
you like
the
old
30-06
ones, though.
this year.
Yeah.
You and your dad put the scope on for me and everything.
I like that 12 gauge shotgun.
Get the fuck out of here.
That put, dude,
I'd like to get a rifle. I would like to get a rifle.
for 10 to 100 yards.
Just kills me.
I think I'd go 150.
It just kills me. You're in a
Those
rifle zone in Michigan, but driving up with a shotgun.
But I don't have to have
Well,
two
it's
deer
good
hunting guns.
Right. It's for the man that doesn't have a ton of money.
If the
One
end
reason I haven't
game-
gotten the guns because I don't have a lot of money. Really, it gets a little bit more expensive than just shooting the same old bow all the
Right.
time.
Right,
You know?
you can't walk down and grab your rounds out of the target, you know.
Right, and I can't do it in my garage or basement. Yeah, I just like the. You know,
You
what I
shoot a
mean?
gun in a basement.
Yeah. I do. Guns are cool. Guns are cool.
Yeah, I know they're limiting.
Yeah,
They're
cool.
I like,
What they can
and I have for the last couple of years, I've really enjoyed muzzleloader hunting.
That's always fun. I love that.
And
I do
obviously,
like that a lot.
you know, it has its downsides, but it sounds
What's
like
the
those guys
downside?
at Woodsman's Arms have solved all that. Well, I don't even
How dirty the gun gets when you're shooting it. That's the
n-
biggest complaint.
I don't care about that.
Fouling.
I don't care about cleaning the gun. I don't care about the extra work at all. I like it. It's fun. It's part of it. It's fun.
Yeah.
If I'm hunting a lot and I have to unload the gun and reload the gun because I'm getting concerned about moisture now, right? I sat out in the rain. I brought the gun in. I'm not going to open it. I've got the nipple on there. Everything's probably sealed up, but I'm not going to let it sit like that for a couple days and then take a chance. So I'm going to unload that gun, and it comes with all this messy work. The whole moisture thing sucks.
There's no way you can keep it outside. I try to
If
keep
you
it
in the garage.
outside so it doesn't
Yeah.
have temperature swings.
But
right.
still,
I have a balloon over the barrel.
Right.
And, you know, it's pretty. You'd be surprised. You could probably leave it there for a couple of years and still shoot it if you've got it all.
the modern ones.
If you got it lubed correctly and everything's clear and all that stuff, and you're looking at, yeah, if you take care of your stuff, it's
you're
pretty
still
rock
always
solid.
taking a chance, though, right? I mean, after you expose it to moisture.
I've had it once not fired at a deer.
Yeah, I've had
At 10 yards.
two muzzleloaders not go off.
I've had one go off one time that if you were standing downrange, you could have caught the sabot like coming out of the barrel.
I've had that
Wow.
too.
Oh, flipped
Seen
almost
that.
end over end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
it just
like
went.
yeah, like one charge went up, like one pellet went
like
off.
a quarter of a charge went off.
Yeah.
Like literally, somebody could have caught it out of there. You know what
Wow.
I mean?
That's crazy.
My side locks, I've had a lot of issues with moisture. Like when I was done turkey hunting or whatever, and I ended up not using my side lock. I went to go shoot it off in the backyard, and I had to shoot 7 musket caps through it for it to finally go off.
I bet them old timers had tricks and stuff, but you know that was definitely more of an issue with the older style,
Right.
traditional. Those are really cool. That's something I'd be interested in, maybe getting a really old style rifle, or you know that you had to
It's fun.
do a patch in the ball or whatever for. Kind of sweet.
That's all I shoot my side locks. But yeah, you pretty much got to shoot them off at the end of the day because I haven't had luck with trying to go like a week. You know, and I'll keep it in the same environment, like keep it in the cold. And usually when, you know, like, all right, I'm done hunting, I'll go to shoot it off and it won't go off.
Wow, that sucks.
Right. No, I've had Nick Dawson's.
His night didn't fire for me.
It didn't fire for me.
Wow, that's crazy. I
I
didn't know that until now.
Yeah, and then I've had my night.
Weren't you shooting
Fire.
pellets out of it, though, with a number 11?
Yeah, I haven't had issues since I
You go to loose powder.
went to loose powder for sure. But still, I like that new Woodsman one with that, whatever that powder is called.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
We just talked
One
about
was
it.
Yeah, we were-
Blackhorn 209.
Yeah, Blackhorn.
Is that what they're using?
Yeah.
It's like
So
super clean.
it doesn't-
almost cleans the gun.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't absorb moisture. Does not absorb moisture.
It's not hydroscopic.
And it lubricates the barrel. You don't have to clean. It's not like
Yeah. Hydroscopic.
Cleans and lubricates.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So to me, right now, if I had a little wish list on perfect firearms, I like what I'm hunting with, but I would want either a 450. I like that 450 Bushmaster
That Marlin.
a lot.
You're talking about which one? The Ruger?
I'm not certain. Just
Or
the
that
fact-
Marlin.
Ruger American, I think it is.
Yeah,
it's
American.
bolt action.
Yeah, it's short barrel.
Ruger Model 1 is a single shot falling block that will shoot the 450
Nice.
as far as your options. And
What's that Marlin one that
They don't make that anymore.
They don't, where you can do the donor rifle,
Yeah, you could do a conversion with a Marlin 336.
but they don't do it anymore.
No.
Huh.
And they used to be able to change it over to shoot the 450. But yeah, you get your AR platform 450, the Ruger Model 1, and then their bolt action model in the 450 for the limited firearm zone.
Bolt action sounds pretty.
Not to Bomber. Bomber's a pure gun purist. If it's not lever action, it doesn't deserve to be a gun.
You could
I
trim.
like the old lever action stuff a ton.
My new project is getting a 4570 case, trim it to 1.8 instead of the typical 405 grain lead.
What is the lever action obsession? Like,
Just looks fucking cool. Everybody and their brother's got a bolt
I like the
action.
the action's cool.
but there
It's
is
just kind
no
of a cool
advantage,
action.
obviously.
No, it's not as accurate as bolt action.
Yeah, bolt action is,
More accurate.
Yeah. Right.
Consistently accurate.
I just don't like them. I'm not a fan. Some guys are hardcore recurve purists over compound. It's kind of like the same.
Some
Yeah, I
guys
get it.
like girls, some guys don't.
But yeah, like I want to start experimenting with trimming a 4570 case 1.8, make it legal, and seating a larger grain lead.
Would you have to have a whole thing written up if a DNR agent came over and be like,
Nope.
hey, this is my deal. I'm mixing a batch of brew and
No,
No?
as long as your casing's within the 1.8
nice.
limit, and just seat the slug to the overall cartridge length of a regular 4570, it will cycle through a lever action.
So you're serious about this, huh? This
That's
is like
cool.
a real mission of yours.
Yeah.
No, that'd be cool for him.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see what that's gonna.
That's where guns can be fun. Just play around with them. Same thing with building arrows and all that.
Yeah. You gotta play with that thing.
Ain't gonna play with itself.
Gotta whip it out. Play with it. Let it breathe.
I'm definitely loving the traditional recurve thing.
Yeah.
I'm considering selling my Matthews. It's just that much fun.
You've been considering that for 3 years now. Huh?
And I not 3 years. No, just this last season, and I only hunted with my bow, my compound, 5 times. I just enjoy it more. I mean, it's not giving myself a better advantage at all to kill
No,
a deer, but
not at all.
I enjoy the shooting of it, and I enjoy the hunt with it. It's a different hunt. So I'm liking that.
I really like my compound.
Yeah, I like compounds are sweet. I don't have anything against them.
I have fun shooting a trad bow, but I don't think I don't really
It's not
have
for everybody.
I don't have the drive to go or the time really, honestly, to practice enough to be reliable with it.
My whole thing, I have to do it at 9 o'clock in my garage. That's, when everybody else falls asleep and I pass on the couch, wake up, throw my shoes on and go out in the garage and shoot at 10 yards for half an hour. That's, my whole little routine. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's not for everybody.
I know I get jealous
I
watching
wouldn't
you
push-
carry that thing around in the woods.
It's light. It is light. And you catch some shit between the
String.
bow and the string when you're walking through. It's almost inevitable. I'm try to kind of poke it around and point it straight, but they are super light. And then hunting with a saddle and steps and not having to stand on your back with that thing is just you feel like you're like a little vole. You could weave your way through the woods without any type of hang up except, like I said, in your bow every now and then.
Vols are super efficient.
They are.
They're a model of efficiency.
A vole?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nothing really slows them down.
Are voles the ones with the little creepy looking star
Yeah,
nose?
they've got the...
Little fingers?
Yeah.
They don't have much going on for eyes either.
No, I don't even know if they have eyes.
They got some little piss holes in the snow for eyes.
Maybe, yeah, they ain't gonna see shit. Stupid bull. Picked up that, my biggest excitement for this next season. Are we talking about our plans for next season, or are we just talking about something else? The gun still. What are we talking about? Anything?
Start from
Trying
the
to stay on
top.
track.
Let her roll. No, you're doing good. That's what I wanted to do. I got a list of gear. I'll navigate us through it. But yeah, you can go ahead. What's your plan for this coming year?
Well, I'm hoping we can all be on board. It sounds like you guys are excited about doing the canoe thing.
Yeah.
I just picked up a $275 Sportsman pail on
I'm very
Craigslist.
excited about that.
It's 16-footer, can handle all of our weight, things up to 575 pounds and 4 or 5 people.
4 dudes in a 16-foot canoe?
It's wide, and it's a big canoe.
Yeah.
It's a good canoe. So go down a river, camp out a couple nights, or whatever, or a few nights. So that'd be my thing. I haven't really been hunting. You started, was it last season or the season before, doing the backcountry more adventure style hunting, like the full immersion hunting?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
With that old guide series, and then you went to the Kafaru.
Guide series started with a guide series, TP out of Sportsman's
Like
Guide.
$150, $200.
Yeah, $180 or something. And
Big
then
fucker. That's a big TP.
put my own stove flue in there and ran a propane stove in there, and then upgraded that guide series. TP's awesome because it's huge.
I think it was awesome.
You can fit 4, 5 guys in there
It's
pretty comfortably.
badass, dude.
It is big. I've hunted twice.
It needs some structural reinforcement. I mean,
We figured that out.
yeah, it needs some structural reinforcement up top.
It's got a Lions Cup up there now,
But it-
zip tied. It's not going anywhere. It's sweet.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe you guys
Good
got
luck.
it figured out.
Yep.
I let him borrow it.
Next
I said,
time you
hey,
check-
there's an issue when there's wind.
yeah.
The first night me and Hoover were down in Ohio, that thing came down.
Yeah.
That was the time I overheated my Yeti too. That's
Were you
another
like
story.
grilling on top? Or
Yeah, that's another story. But
Wait, what?
no, it's just it was we were hungry.
You were
So-
grilling in the teepee?
Yeah, it actually had a great aroma.
I bet.
Nice, yeah.
No, that teepee's big enough you could grill
We
in
opened
there.
the front and back door and we had a cross breeze and we were cooking in there,
No
but the
problem.
bottom got a little hot on the hibachi.
Did it?
Yeah, it got a little hot on the hibachi. But anywho, so
Anyway.
but you got you went to the Kafaru like 4-person
Yeah, tut.
tut
Mhm.
with a small medium stove.
It's a 18-inch cylinder stove. So
with
it's
what
their
size flue? 3, 4 inch.
It's 3-inch flue. It's probably actually a little. It's probably like 2 3/4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little smaller than 3. It's right around 3 inch.
How's the heat? Heats up quick, cools off fast.
It'll melt your face off.
But once the stove goes out, you probably lose your heat real quick.
So here's how I use the heat source.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wet and miserable, like after the morning hunt,
Right.
like if you want to go in there, it would have to be pretty cold. You'd have to be pretty uncomfortable to like want to go in there and actually like take your gear off and try to dry it off or any of that.
How cold we saying?
But you can, the whole front of the tent comes open.
Yep.
So you can build a big fire in there and leave the whole front of the tent open and light that. If you light that with that stove closed, you have to open the door. It gets that hot in there
Really?
that fast. And obviously you can't like damper it down a ton and put a bunch of big stuff in there like you would a traditional wood stove in our garage, right?
Right. Or even like a big wall tent
So you're-
stove or something like that.
At the most you're doing, broken branches and
It's a titanium stove, right?
it's thin titanium.
It's like 3 pounds total for the whole thing or something. It's
I don't
pretty
know
light,
what the
2
weight of the
pounds.
stove is, but the shelter with everything, lines,
With the stove.
stakes, and the stove is like 5 pounds 8 ounces.
Wow, that's really, really light.
Yeah.
That's a quarter of like what a lone wolf
So
stands on
it's
your
pretty
back.
amazing. But the best thing that I like about it is that at night you take all your gear off, you get in your sleeping bag. I'll build a fire in the stove, but
Mm-hmm.
not light it.
And how deep is the stove? You cut them like 10 inches long.
18 inches.
You can cut 18-inch long sticks,
Right.
stick them in there?
Yep.
Wow, that's like a standard wood stove. It's a long,
Yeah, it is.
long
But
skinny bastard.
yeah, you can get some good wood in there.
Good. It's
Yeah.
all about how much wood you can get in.
Yep. And
No, so how long, if you stuff that thing once you get her stoked,
So
How long will the run
I'll
time
build
be?
a fire, and in the morning, just pop open my sleeping bag and reach in there and light the fire, and then everything's warm and toasty, and then you kind of come out of your sleeping bag.
how warm and toasty are we talking?
Outside,
Inside temp.
it could
This
be.
last season.
I bet you it could be 10 degrees outside. It could be 0 degrees out there, and I bet you could get it 80 degrees in that tent.
Wow.
Like real
How
fast.
long can you maintain that on one full stove? I know it's going to
It
raise
would
up and go down.
pretty
but-
quickly get so uncomfortable in there that you would either want to lay down or open the door, vent some heat out.
Right.
And it would be that way for, whatever, 5-10 minutes. And then you'd get about you get about 15, 20 minutes of like real good comfort, and then it starts to get chilly.
So about 20 minutes off of full stove.
Full stove, I bet you you're getting heat in there for probably 40 minutes.
All right. So, I mean, when you're
45 minutes, something like that.
You want to make sure you've got a good bag still when you're hunting there overnight. If
You
you want to
need
get any
to-
type of quality sleep, you want a 0 and negative degree bag.
You have to plan just like you would to sleep outside, except you're going to be dry.
And you can get relief every now and then with warming it up. It's not
And-
like a thing it's going to stay all night
Nope,
long. and
Exactly.
You know.
Nope.
All right.
The last thing I'd want to do is build a fire and be all warm and then get in my bag. Like, obviously you want to be warm when you go to sleep. But I'm saying you wouldn't want to turn the thing into a hot tent
All night.
right before you go to bed and then have it cool off in there. It's just way better to bundle up, get warm to where you're warm and comfortable without having a stove.
Would you wear like your full, I guess it depends on how cold it is and how good your bag is, but like I've got a Trussell, I think it's a Marmot Trussell 0 degree bag, and I've got another 50 degree like bivy sack that you can put in, and I think it'll drop the temp down another 10 degrees if I do both of them. But so that's negative 10. So, would you typically probably even wear your clothes when it's 10
If
degrees
it's
or
like
0 out?
40 degrees or whatever, I'll just sleep in my long johns,
All right.
smart wool, mid-weight, base layer,
That's the best stuff I've found is that smart wool.
wool socks, and I'll probably just wear a beanie cap, or I'll wear a thin hooded sweatshirt with the hood up. That's pretty.
Is your bag a mummy bag?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. Well, yeah,
That is.
it is.
And use a pad too?
I use a pad as well. So, but yeah, if it's super cold out, I have a pair of Primaloft pants from Plythel. So I'll wear my base layer.
Oh, that's those pants are like a sleeping bag,
They're
aren't
like
they?
a sleeping bag.
Those are sweet. I think you loaned me the pair one time to try to get
You
underneath
still
my...
have them, don't you?
Oh, if I do, I'll pull them out of my bag and give them because I was getting other stuff. I borrowed a couple things of yours last season.
So,
You
yeah,
kindly offered it
It's
to me.
basically like puffy pants.
Right.
Just like a puffy jacket, but puffy pants. So I'll wear my base layer, those, and I'll wear my puffy jacket with a beanie hat and my puffy jacket pulled up, and then just get in my sleeping bag, and I'm just like unfazed by what's going on out there. You know what I mean? And
then in the morning, like I said, before you really got out, you could fire it up, get the thing going,
And
get
if-
out, make a coffee in there. And
and as
nice,
soon
yeah.
as I wake up, I reach over, light that stove.
Just with the lighter? What
Back-
do you use as a starter? And all that stuff?
I
Go through that
bring
process.
a small butane torch. Just
You pack it in your bag in your Kafaro backpack?
It's
whatever.
worth having.
So you're grabbing the tank and
It's
the
not
cylinder,
like
okay.
I'm going up 14 miles into the mountains. I'm
Or
going
going
like
a mile or half in the woods, maybe.
mile and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah, I take a tank of MAP gas.
Yeah.
And
If anybody does burning a lot, like wood stoves and stuff, they probably know what we're talking about. That's like the best, easiest way to start. Even wet wood, you can get going with that
Right.
shit.
Burns-O-Matic.
I'm not
torch.
trying to
Oh,
be
yeah.
fucking
MacGyver.
Kevin Backwoods on Instagram. You know what I mean? Using a fucking flint and
Better
rock
being
and shit.
Kevin Backdoor.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm like, keep the torch out of the photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jordan, get out of here.
Yeah.
From now on,
Let me see your camera.
you can't use backpacks. You just have to craft your whitetail into a backpack.
Maybe we can talk Kafaro into like adding a separate little build out on the side of
They
their
got it.
backpacks
It's there.
for a butane.
No,
tank.
yeah, they got that
That's
shit figured out. Or that thermos would fit in there perfectly.
Nice.
And it secures in.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much trouble you have finding like decent dry wood in like shitty Michigan fall weather?
No
Well, sometimes
problem.
it can be tough to find dry wood. I
No,
think.
you'd
Depends
be
on your
amazed.
area.
Even if it's been raining for 3 days,
Really?
it's pretty easy to get. Yeah, all the pine.
Yeah.
Small pine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit's just. And you know it's hanging everywhere.
Yeah,
So it's not like it's laying on the leaves saturated.
that's true. Snap off those little sticks down low.
If you bring that stuff in and make a small pile of it and let it just sit out of the rain overnight, you'll have some dry stuff and you can build a nice fire. But yeah, I just reach out, light the. Run the torch right down the center of all that, and even if it's soaking wet wood, you can just let it rip, tater chip, you know.
I like that.
Yeah. So get a fire going, and you close that little door, and then you tuck back in your sleeping bag, and you just hear it all start
You're
crackling.
like 5 more minutes, mama.
Crackling, popping. You start to feel the heat, and so you unzip, get a coffee.
Yeah. Maybe even
Get
let
a
it
jet boil,
hang.
pour a jet
Let one
boil,
hang.
pour a jet boil of water.
Yeah.
And
Coffee.
make a cup of coffee, and it's warm in there. You get dressed, and then after you have your cup of coffee, you got to do your other business.
Yeah.
And so
do you? Let me ask you. Are you digging a hole when you're doing your other business out there?
I typically
or
like to just find like a good down tree where
Yeah.
I can make like a seat that I can hang off of.
kind of squirt out the back.
Spit some tobacco out that furry onion.
There's all kinds of strategies. to be
Are
had,
you?
right?
Is there a certain?
But I'll tell you this.
There's a certain way you're probably supposed to
I'll tell
dispose
you
of your
this.
shit out in the woods.
I'll tell you this.
I'm listening.
I am making it a point to get comfortable.
Are you? I can just straight up hold onto a tree and stick that little brown eye out there. Do whatever I got to do.
Let her hang in the breeze.
That little,
Yeah, I mean that's the best way, I think.
You got to tuck the hang down back so you don't piss in your pants.
that little
Down.
tan
Oh,
balloon.
yeah,
knot.
well, no, that thing just can drop right down, hang it down the ground. Anyways, but no, all right. I'm just wondering, what's the
When it's irritated, it looks like a red balloon tied in a knot.
a red? Oh shit. So, yeah. So the stove deal, coffee. You were running the gravity packs, right? By Dark Mountain.
Absolutely.
Is
yeah,
that the best way to go?
Gravity packs.
Or the French presses
We had
out
the
in the
vapor
woods?
packs, and I think the gravity pack is just
Is the
the best
vapor-
way to make a cup of coffee, right?
What's the vapor?
It's like,
vapor.
it's like an instant,
Instant coffee?
tea bag.
It's like a tea bag, whereas the
bag.
It is,
it's
honestly.
just
get
good
it.
old
I get
classic.
it.
It's just your good old classic tea
tea
bag.
I mean,
Nice
don't hate on a
old-fashioned
good
tea
tea bagging. A
No.
backwoods tea bagging.
Right. Can't deny that.
Backwoods
But,
gonzo.
Gravity packs are a little individual pour over, and
The
but the only
gravity
thing
packs
is
are better.
you got to have a cup, right?
Gotta have a cup.
Yeah. You
Pack a
have
cup.
to have another, like a little camp cup to make your coffee.
But you
with.
should
Weren't you
have
guys
a-
doing who was doing a French press? Was one of you guys doing a French press before?
I
out in the
usually
woods?
run that.
I got
got-
the percolator one. That's just the first original one I got. The little
I
percolator.
had the French press that I was running, but then you gotta clean out your jet boil and all that. With the
Yeah, that's a
gravity
bummer.
packs, you don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah, with the gravity pack, you just boil your water in there. Keep your cups separate, so you do your coffee in your cup, and your jet boil's just clean.
You pack a little
I pack
deal of butter, like
Yep.
at all. Okay.
Yep.
Some
Absolutely.
grass-fed Irish
Butter
grass-fed
coffee right there in the tent in the morning.
Nice.
Probably just I'll put a shitload of butter in my coffee
That's
in
good.
the morning.
Get
I'll
you
make
going. Well,
So,
you're doing keto,
I think
right?
on the gravity packs, it says 12 ounces of water.
Yeah.
I use 10,
Mm-hmm.
so I get a little
Stiffer.
stronger brew.
You like her stiff.
And then I put probably, a good tablespoon and a half of butter in there, 2 tablespoons of butter.
Mm-hmm.
And that
that
is
gets
like
things
a
going.
caffeinated shake.
Yeah.
And I'll have a granola bar with that, and then I'm good till probably 10 o'clock.
You know
what
what's
I mean?
funny? When I'm out in the woods, I don't get hungry half as much when I'm out in the woods. I don't know
get
why.
so hungry, dude.
I
could
don't.
sit
I
there
got
and
really
eat
I could
all
almost
day.
not eat all day long when I'm out in the woods for some reason.
No.
Maybe I start just burning off, going straight keto,
Burning that fat.
burning that fat off, burn that blubber.
Can I have one of those?
But no, that's so you're about 2 years into the getting out, camping out in the woods and shit deal. I'm hoping to do that this year with the canoe.
Exposing myself to nature, one
Right.
might say.
Well, I love to expose myself to nature when that calls every now and then, but I'm hoping to do that this season.
Ooh, hot dog.
I haven't
That's a
really
good
done any
beer.
of that.
Little shotgun wedding beer by Country Boy Brewing.
Country boy.
Compliments of
Cougar bait.
Matt Bell.
Also, I did this year put in for my public land turkey tag for our county, St. Clair here, and then I also put in for bear. I've got 2 points right now. I think I'm gonna take the second or third season up in the UP this year and try to shoot a Michigan black bear
Oh yeah.
with the recurve.
The Baraga.
I'm gonna pack the 45 with me, just
Yeah.
in case
to
I get
have it.
scared. In case I get scared. But I plan on practicing being good enough and shooting a black bear, whether it's going out in the woods and trying to track one and go where I think they might be or whatever, or baiting. I don't know if I'll have time to bait, so I might need to go just DIY. I'm gonna go with my uncle. I think he lives up in Traverse City area, so I'll meet up with him. He bought a camper last year. We're gonna roll up there on some old stuff that he hunted like 30 years ago, and they killed a bear, and I'm gonna go try to kill a bear like that. That's my plan.
I'm not going to lie. It's possible I might be rooting around through your bait pile if it's donuts.
Well, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to bait with donuts because I don't know. I just don't know if I want to do any type of baiting with my bear hunt. If I don't see the bear, I'm fine. I'm going to try to shoot squirrels and shit and bring a lot of small game heads and be throwing them around. No, but it should be open. What day in September is a small game open?
September 15th?
Yeah, that's the season I'll probably be hunting in the UP. If it's the same season. It's probably sooner than there. But so that's my goal. Shoot a Michigan black bear. Shoot a bear river hunting. Maybe even doing a drift. I want to do a float hunt with you guys. Would be awesome. Just one morning for about 4 hours. Not say a word to each other and just cruise down a river with two guys with bows in their hands. Watching the bank to see if they see a deer. And
that would be awesome.
That
I'm
would
really
be
looking forward to doing that.
There's a video on YouTube, and I can't remember what the guys are, and you'll see different comments underneath it. Some people will, obviously, you're going to get positive and negative things.
Pretty
I was
sure-
surprised how many people were negative about float hunting, say it's not ethical, but I don't see an issue with float hunting a river.
Even in a canoe, though, I think you have to have all forward progress stop before you can shoot.
No, it's like you can use the natural current. You can be floating on the natural current. You don't have to be stopped, but the animal cannot be in the water.
Right.
The animal has to be on dry land.
You'd have to be really clear. Make sure you read through the regs really close.
Some states it's illegal, so
Yeah.
people can't just think that. One of the rules too I can share that I know for sure is you cannot float hunt a river if one side of it is private. Both sides have to be public land for you to float hunt a river. So you can't be like, oh, I'm hunting this side of the river because there's deer on it, but this is private. It's illegal that stretch of the river to hunt it that style. But so I mean it would be interesting too. I'm wondering what people would think on it. But what do you guys think about float hunting?
Sounds pretty badass. I think.
I want to float in a canoe, and I want to hunt. You telling me I can do both?
Yeah, you're game.
That time you and I went out at deer camp where we
Oh,
hiked into the woods and we
adding a canoe,
got in the canoe.
canoeing adventure into hunting turns it into a whole different thing.
Dude, I did that with Jason, your cousin, this last hunt season. At the very end of it, I think it was like the last day of muzzleloader. We hopped in a canoe and floated down probably almost a mile stretch of river, and hopped out and hunted it. I saw some deer. They're a little too far to shoot, but the whole thing, I was just in the dark, had a grin from ear to ear going down that river. And we did jump some deer, but we were talking, and it was like literally 10 yards, and we were talking the whole way all the way down. You know, before we knew we were getting close, we were being quiet, but we were like, we were both kind of giddy getting down there.
Yeah, but you could go through some spots where you can just slide through in a canoe.
That's what I'm saying. You're not walking, spreading your scent.
no noise.
Right, none at all.
It's very efficient.
You get out the canoe.
Efficient way to cover ground
Yeah.
and not leave scent, not make noise.
Go 50 yards off the river. Split up, go two different ways, 50 yards off the river.
Rivers are always edge, so you're already in a good spot.
Yeah, it's sweet. I'm excited. Like I said, I did some research on canoes, and this is one of the ones I want to get. I couldn't afford to buy brand new. Brand new, they're like $1,600. You can still buy them now. The Sportsman's Pail, and I think there's one that starts with the R. They're out of Canada. Radisson. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Radisson. They're like the same canoe, but I guess the Sports Pail is a little thicker hull. They're aircraft aluminum, riveted, and super wide, foam lined. They've got ribs to hold the foam down the whole thing, so it insulates the bottom, for your feet, and it also makes it more buoyant and quiet. And then it has sponsons, which is these big, thick 3-inch, 4-inch thick foam, almost like if you picture a pool noodle, along the whole length of the 16-foot canoe. So it can't really even tip, and it's like unsinkable basically. So I got that for $275.
What's that thing weigh?
just under 70 pounds, probably. Very
Oh,
light.
really?
You can carry it around yourself, like literally pick it up and carry it around yourself, no problem. And you could put a motor mount on it and do up to a 3-horse gas or do an electric motor off to the side. It's not a flat back; it's a tapered on both ends canoe. I think if I were to buy one, I'd probably buy the back that's flat just for mounting a motor. If I wanted to go, I don't know, get a bigger horsepower, you could do up to a 5-horse with a flat back. But anyways, yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. Just the canoe deal was kind of sweet. And then I'm hoping to pick up a tent this year. That's one of my main goals, gear-wise. If you brought that up earlier, we're talking about gear. I want to get a teepee tent. I really like to try a Kafaru up, but I'm willing to try something else out if I get my hands on it. And a stove and see what it's like doing March scouting and then hunting during the hunting season with a few guys, in a tent.
I'd say if you planned on ever going west, and you wanted to get you plan on needing a shelter in the future, that the Kafaru is a good way to go.
Yes.
And one thing too is that it's like pretty weatherproof. Like you could get a whole lot of snow, super high winds, you're good. I don't know, man. Shelter's not something you really want to cheap out on, but there is cheaper. I think there is cheaper options.
Yep.
But
it depends
sure
on what you're using it for. If you're going to be out west up in the mountains, every ounce almost matters when you're climbing up mountains. I know that. I've done a little bit of stuff like Appalachian and.
You guys want to? Let's hold on. You guys want to take a little
intermission
restroom break?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that? I mean,
I'm gonna take a piss. I don't mind firing a few arrows.
It's been an hour.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're gonna shoot our bows, but we could at least
take a piss while we're shooting our bows.
Be civil about it. Yeah, would you guys like to use the restroom?
I would love to go to the bathroom.
Let's use the restroom and then we'll be back after this.
So I'm going to dig a cat hole.
Have we done that before? Hey.
Hey.
I think you have my headset.
Do I?
This is dialed in for your beautiful voice.
I don't know.
Your mic's on the left. Mine's on my right.
Really? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Feels a little
snap,
more
that's
natural.
bananas.
Oh, snap, baby. This your crew.
Snap, baby, this your crew.
We recording again?
Retarded. No, baby, that's bananas. Yeah, we're up.
Up and live.
Yeah.
So talking about canoe.
Yeah, the canoe thing.
Yeah.
I haven't told you yet. I tried to track you down and tracked him down. He obviously knows, but I might potentially move.
We're out of state again?
Maybe.
You fucking dickhead. You're an asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll
we
see.
figured you'd say that.
Yeah. Ryan's been very supportive.
I'm trying to be.
Notice he didn't mention I was.
Drew's been on the fence.
Come on, dude.
We'll see.
God damn it.
For my selfish reasons, I don't want to see that hot ass go anywhere. But life is short, and that's a solid experience, and it could be pretty awesome. I don't know if maybe give him some more details.
Well, I've lived in a couple different states, and I wasn't a fan of it, especially being super close to family in Michigan.
I was told by someone a long time ago, and I value their opinion, to see the world but come back here.
Right.
And so far, that's made sense to me in everything that I've done. So if I was going, it would be for just like an extended business trip, essentially.
Yeah.
Business.
Where to now?
Seattle area.
In the city or?
Suburbs of Seattle.
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes north of Seattle, I would say. But an hour drive from the mountains.
Yeah.
From
beautiful.
wilderness. Yeah. Pretty close to wilderness.
beautiful.
So blacktail, mule deer, black bear, elk, and whitetail.
Yeah.
Where on that whitetail at?
There's no St. Clair Flats out there.
No, there's not.
Nothing flat about out there, really.
No. I was
We'll see, dude. There's like some crazy shit going on, but basically, we wouldn't have to buy a home out there because Shannon's uncle has another property, and the economy is thriving so well there that the property values and home values are growing so rapidly that it makes sense for him to maintain and own that home just because it's increasing in value faster than anything he could put his money into. And so he offered for us to basically pay the expenditures to stay there and to come out there. And my wife's workplace is crazy, and the money is obviously cost of living out there's substantially higher.
Oh yeah.
So the pay's higher. But if you have a place to go and stay, and I kind of want to learn to. It wouldn't offend me if I got to Western hunt a whole bunch for a period of time.
No, it's fun.
I bet you people right now are like, what's going to happen at Deer Hunter Podcast?
It'd be phone in podcast.
So yeah, there's obviously that it brings that into it, but I don't think anything would change. Like on my list of stuff to do if we did go would be like get all my spring scouting done, because I'd be coming back here for a week to deer hunt, come back for a week for 4th of July, be able to fly back for 3 or 4 day weekends pretty much whenever. I'm still going to do a ton of Midwest, and I'm especially going to do all my Michigan deer hunting. And honestly, the way that we work and see each other and everything nowadays, I'm just kind of like, it's actually not that crazy.
So you're saying you want to do a long-distance relationship?
Yeah, I would like to see how that works out for us.
I'm gonna cheat on you like crazy.
Yeah, but
You telling me you're listening to other podcasts?
after a while, just like not answering phone calls and texts.
Wired
What's going on?
Hunt did what to you?
Gonna ghost you on a Friday night.
Oh man, so that'll be crazy, man.
So nothing's set in stone right now.
Right, just a feeler out there.
Yeah, there's a little.
But chances are pretty high.
It's dude, it's just there's a bunch of crazy shit going on. So, of course, we're kind of like leaning towards going out there, and then my wife got a job offer here that could potentially be pretty interesting. Potentially, she's got a foot in the door at Carhartt. So.
Yeah, I was wondering whatever came of that, or
So, I don't fucking know what's gonna happen, man.
You never know.
But I might
You really
move.
never do.
I might move. I might be gone here by June.
it's like prime boating season.
It is.
Bomber's got so many bad things to say that he's just not, because he's a gentleman.
Biting on his mustache right now.
Well, we can exercise them all out in these upcoming episodes. But
So-
nothing's set in stone. But whatever, man. Always been moving around, doing crazy shit.
You're a little gypsy.
Yeah. So, but this is my home. I'll keep my pickup here, my boat here. I sold my house. Don't have one of them right now. So it's kind of like this weird opportunity.
You won't have a truck out there?
I'm gonna buy a little 4-door
You gotta get a Subaru if you live in
combat.
Yeah,
No,
a lot
I'm
of
good.
kale.
Like a I
Lot of
think
kale.
they might be Tacomas.
I think they have
A little
4-door.
4x4 Toyota mid-size or small pickup.
I think the Toyota out there you'd be more interested
Get one
in
of those
would be
little
a Prius.
Isuzu with the little
No.
flatbed on it and like the tiny little cab that folds forward.
I want
Isn't it-
like
is
a
it
bush
Isuzu?
truck?
Like a little bush truck. Sell vegetables off the side.
I'm gonna get a custom plate that says MTN Pounder.
Mountain pounder.
Yeah, used to pound swamps.
That's cool.
There you go. There you go.
Cool story, bro. Tell me it again.
Oh my god, it's the greatest fucking story I ever heard. Can I hear it again? That's cool. It is beautiful out there, man. I was in BC for a little bit, and it's definitely
Yeah,
it's not Michigan.
No,
No,
it's
it's
very
Gorgeous out there.
lot of Yeah, it's like
Salty air.
the environment is. I fit well.
Yeah.
I fit in well in that
Nature.
nature
Wilderness.
wilderness. Yep.
Hmm.
I don't mind gray.
You're gonna be in
rainy
elk shape,
days.
bro.
I talked about losing 10 pounds.
He's just been slamming mountain ops the
Man.
last couple
Oh, yeah.
days.
For sure. Actually, we're gonna
Long talks with Brian on the phone. Like, what up, bro? You squatting?
I don't know if I'm going to do mountain ops, nature's wilderness, or
How much
wilderness,
Cameron Haynes have you been
Or go
taking?
freely.
wilderness athlete.
Yeah.
Certainly, there's no other options for supplements out
Metamucil.
there. If I'm going hunting.
You're going to run to Alaska and back?
You've been known to do some running.
No, it's gorgeous out there, man. Real pretty country.
I've never been on the West Coast. I've been to like Montana, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Dakotas, Arizona, New Mexico, all the states touching the states that touch the ocean. But yeah, they're big skies, man. The air, I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's vast, very vast.
Yeah, I was in Victoria, British Columbia for a little bit. Then we sailed up to Gulf of Alaska for a while, and it's just unreal, dude. It's gorgeous country. Very nice.
I wish you all the luck with that.
The roads are nice.
It's a cool experience.
You go like 3 yards past any Michigan border, and the roads are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're really nice there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the roads are so bad here that they're my least favorite part of anything in this entire state.
I think winter is for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't mind winter. I like winter.
Winter's cool. I'd like to. I mean, it'd
be
I've
cool
been
if
so
it was
busy.
a month shorter.
Well,
Winter thinks it's a little cooler than it actually is,
It's so cool.
but winter is pretty cool.
Winter's a see you next Thursday.
Well, the thing with me is I burn up all my time outdoors. You know, I've got a family, and then I got to work too sometimes. So I burn up all my time outdoor in the fall. I don't enjoy as much winter activities anymore. So it drags on.
You're right.
You know, I have like January, February, March, and then like April. I'm thinking about getting out scouting. End of March. That's when I'm able to get back out in the woods again. Really.
Like in our early 20s when we just wear Carhartts and randomly have campfires and stand around them and drink Captain Morgan's and ginger ale.
They have to risk our lives daily getting to work 50 miles one-way commuting.
Yeah.
Yeah, winter was a real blast back then. Those were fun. I do miss those days.
Yeah, me too. Well,
But
we're
yeah,
kind
so
of doing
time's
that
limited.
today, but just not outside. We got a fire going.
Heater, hot coffee,
Yeah, midday drinking.
leather couch, wool sweaters,
We got coffee, Red Bulls, beers, hop slams, vodka,
knives.
Got good stuff. Yeah.
knives, bows.
Yeah, crazy stuff going on. So, yeah, so that's going on. You're still planning on hunting Michigan. You might get out and do some blacktail mule.
I'm going to do the canoe hunt
Good.
regardless.
So the
Because I'm
scouting
coming
and
back
the hunt?
for a week for opening day of.
For gun.
Yeah,
So
but
that-
the week prior for bow hunting. So I'm going to have all my spring scouting done.
Boom.
I'm going to have really have all my spots, like, which I'm pretty good right now, but there's a couple that I want to.
You going to be able to do a March scouting so you know where to hunt on the canoe trip?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get that. The plan was, and I've been talking to these two guys more so because you're not a bow hunter.
Right.
So you're going to come up to Buckhorn probably a day before gun typically. I think gun opens on a Thursday or Friday this year?
I think
Thursday.
Thursday?
Maybe.
So
Might be
typically
Friday.
we've been trying to take like a week off for the gun season and kind of hunt our balls off for a little bit.
It's Friday.
So the plan, I've talked to these guys about it, correct me if I'm wrong, is trying to hook up with the canoe I got.
Friday.
And, what's that?
Friday opener this year.
Friday opening. Okay, so it
gonna
would
be a
probably
busy
be like
year.
something like the next like Saturday before Friday. You know, that Saturday before or whatever. Meet up, go up north, do like a 3-day hunting trip down the river, bow hunting. Maybe a float hunt mixed in, and then we're going to have spots scouted out that we're going to camp out on the shore and go out and hunt, and then get up to Buckhorn and do the gun hunting thing for a few days. I think it'll be a really awesome week.
I'm cool with it. I'm bringing my tree stand.
So, yeah.
Right.
So that's the plan. So we're going to try to get out in March and scout that. Dude,
I'll go with you in March.
yeah. Well, you can small game hunt, too. Yeah, we're going to camp on the riverbank. On the riverbank.
So we're going to take.
We could take one canoe. My canoe will fit us all in there. You know, we have to limit our gear.
What are we
It
going
will.
to. Where's everybody going to sleep in?
Well, we need to have some tents.
I've-
So I have my marmot tent. I can't put a stove in it, actually, you know. But I got a good, cool bag. And then you got your Kafaru. Or we can just try to throw that one guide series on and try to use your titanium stove or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
It'd be hard
We
to
could
find.
rent another canoe, and that way I could just pay to have mine.
I wouldn't want to
ported, or
bring
what do
the
they call
guide
it?
series just for the fact that we're going to be moving around. If we're
Yeah.
base camping, that's a great base camp.
Well, we're gonna set up a base camp every night, but you know that's what I kind of
That's what
figured.
I'm saying.
You'd have to hike in far to find a clearing to put that big bastard up.
Right.
That's another
So
point
we're
of
gonna
it.
need some smaller tents. I'm hoping to try to get my hands on another.
So we're
tent.
going to be
Either
individually.
Yeah.
Or we
or
can-
paired up
two
or whatever.
team- two
However
tents.
we figure it out
Hammocks.
to shelter ourselves for this trip. We need to get that ironed
March.
out.
What do you think the lows are going to be?
Late March we should do it. Late March.
It could be pretty cold still.
It can
Yeah.
be.
20s, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Easily.
thinking late March or even early April, like the first weekend in April. We want to try to get it before it starts turning green.
Right.
And the good thing is where we're hunting,
I don't think it starts turning green until like the beginning of May.
especially
up
up north. Yeah. So we'll push it as far as we can, but we still want to try to get that season sign that.
I just want to
is
be
fresh.
ahead of the ticks and mosquitoes,
Right. I agree.
but I don't want to freeze my dick off.
So
No.
everybody listening will be trying to expand our sheltering for 4 guys for 3-night trip or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a pretty good idea where I'm sleeping.
Right? No. But so whether we, try to
You
get
guys can wrestle, see who gets to sleep in there.
Well, if we're thinking if it's a 4-man tent, you could bring a second tent to put all your gear in or something like that.
It's not a 4-man tent; it's a 2-man tent.
Okay. Well, I'll probably get my hands on something to get us all covered.
But I have that Coleman. That's a good. Me and you've used it. That's a good 2-man tent.
Yeah, I got
Without
my Marmot 3-man. That's good, but
Yeah.
that's 3 dudes like beard to beard.
I've got the 2-man marmot. I don't mind being in my own bag, and I got a cold deal. I just won't have a.
I hope you don't mind being in your own bag.
Well, I
Hopping in with mine.
can't.
All right, yeah. I
Okay,
can't.
there you go. But anyway, so that's the thing I gotta get that kink we have to iron out. But I think we can figure that out. And then so our scouting trip in the spring probably gonna be a 2-weekend, one on the river for 2 days. Maybe we can limit it just like a Saturday. It'd be tough. We'd have to do a lot of paddling, but we could probably do that. Paddle in the morning as early as we can get out. Scout the shit at one spot. Paddle to the next spot. Scout it out, and then maybe camp there. Then the next morning, scout one more spot before we get our pull out. What do they call that? What do they call it when they? It's not a portage because you're not carrying it, but it's a different name.
Livery.
Livery, right? So we'll get our livery on the second day. But I think if we paddled more and we're not hunting it, we could do it a 3-day hunt, scout it in one night. What do you think?
Oh, I was just laughing at Bomber trying to drink his coffee through his mic there for a minute, but
As long as you don't get raped by hillbillies, I'm in.
Well, there'll be the 4 of us.
Jeez.
Yeah,
You just like incest. You're not into the letting outsiders in.
maybe.
All right.
Just wear leather vests like Burt Reynolds.
But so anyways, so that'll be the plan, right? And then another weekend scout up at Buckhorn or multiple weekends, whatever you guys. But I'm thinking I'd like to get up there at least one weekend and scout Buckhorn. I want to scout by your place too.
yeah.
That's my goals.
I
I'm
plan
not
on
hunting
doing
Ohio.
a-
I'm not doing Ohio this
A
year.
late October trip up to the cabin for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna invest some time up there.
Yep. I'll
'Cause
go with
there's-
you, keep you warm.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of public land that we've never even walked around
And
on.
you got a compound there.
Yeah.
It's a big country there.
Yeah.
There's
So
just miles and miles of stuff to check out.
no Ohio this year.
Not
You were
this year.
thinking maybe we're both kind of thinking, and Jason kind of made that deal like we're not going to go Ohio, and I want to see more of Michigan anyways.
Right.
I love Ohio. Ohio hunting's great. And
I'm
I'm
not
hoping
done
back the
going.
year. Yeah, not this next year, but the year after. I'd like to go back.
I was planning on going every other year, but now you guys are on that.
Other year.
Yeah.
No, I'm down for every other.
Right. So it'll be next season I plan on going. Not 2020 I plan on going back down there.
I'd
but-
like to head down to the Wayne, and maybe if we got all shelters by then, camp out down in Ohio would be pretty sweet. Up in the hills,
It would be cool.
be rad. Just an idea.
Because usually, from my experience in the hill country stuff, is everybody hunts the first ridge, but if you get back onto the second one, there's not very many people back in there. So if you could even camp back that way a little bit, save yourself having to climb up that first ridge every morning.
It depends on how remote you get. I've
Right.
been to spots in Ohio like last season, and I probably talked about it on the podcast before, but we got way more remote and off the quote-unquote public state wilderness areas and stuff like that. And you don't need to go to the second ridge. It just all depends on where the pressure's at.
Right.
You got to, where the pressure's at, man.
Ride due west till the sun sets. Turn left at the Rocky Mountains.
There you go. But, yeah, that bear hunt will be interesting this year, too. I don't know if any of you guys are interested in going and camping out, but it's going to be tough. It'll be in September,
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
My days are in pretty short supply for that time of year.
Yeah,
So.
it's a stretch for me. It's a stretch, but if I get it, I'll have to give up something somewhere. But I think a bear hunt would be a cool experience. So
I don't know why I never think about bear hunt.
I just want to try it. I don't know if I'm gonna be a bear hunter, but a Michigan black bear would be kind of cool to hunt.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, who's the guy?
Clay Newcomb.
The guy that I've talked with him a couple times just via text and never had the opportunity to follow up and actually set it up. But the guy that has the bear hunting podcast.
And the Bear Hunting Magazine probably too. I think it's Clay Newcomb or something like that.
Okay.
Bear Hunting Magazine. I think he runs that, and he's got a bear hunting podcast.
Okay.
The guy's straight up bear hunter.
He's out of Michigan?
I don't know.
All right.
We can look it up.
Okay.
But I've been wanting to talk to him as well. So I talked to Jason Samkoviak. He's never hunted a Michigan. I thought for some reason he did, but he's hunted black bear. It's never a Michigan black bear.
Right.
But I also talked to him too recently. This is a really cool idea for us. He just recently, like weeks ago, drove down to Georgia to hunt hogs. DIY, just drove down there, Cannonball Run, himself down there, parked in the mountains at night, camped there, hunted bear the next day, boar, and he got within like 5 yards of one, and it just fell apart. Kind of it noticed him and booked when he was in half draw type of deal. But that's how close he got. And he said for $250 he made it down there to hunt for a weekend, like a Saturday, Sunday off, to hunt pig for one day, and he got that close. So he's like, yeah, said it'd be cool to us guys or whatever to head down there with him sometime and do that. Just hop in a truck, take turns driving, get out in the woods and try to shoot a pig in Georgia.
Sure.
Dude, I love
We got the inside track in Texas now too. It sounds like so.
With a 6-site?
No, with a Texas public land hunter.
Nice.
And I think that episode will air after this, so people won't have heard that conversation yet, even though it doesn't make sense like that in our head right now.
Right.
But yeah, we just had a conversation with a fellow listener
down in Texas
that
a great listener, long-time listener.
Yep, does a lot
Great
of public
supporter.
land hunting and went in depth about everything that's basically going on down there.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
sounds pretty
different.
rad.
It's cool to hear
Yeah.
a perspective from a Texan hunter.
Yeah, I mean, 6 sites pretty much said anytime we want to head down there and hunt with those guys, we're more than welcome to go down there too. I know it's tough for all of us. We got pretty busy lives, but it'd be fun to go. I've never spent a lot of time in Texas. I've been in an airport there once, and that's as close as I got.
I drove from the left side of Texas to the right side of Texas across I-10 the entire way.
Wow,
It was
a long trek. You talking a couple hundred miles?
987,
Holy mackerel!
I think it was.
Wow, that's like driving to the UP.
I drove from
down
San
here.
Diego to Jacksonville, Florida.
Wow,
Yeah, it's some interesting country.
a lot of stuff that'll bite you and sting you with its ass out there. In
That's
Texas.
what he was saying.
You know, a lot of
Yeah, we
shit's
talked
out for you.
Covered that for sure.
I bet. How can you not? I mean, it's hot as balls there in the summer.
Yeah, dude.
And then there's just a bunch of shit that wants to poison you and bite you and eat you and shit. Sounds like a good place.
So the canoeing thing, and then we'll do deer camp like we kind of normally do deer camp, right? For the most part, it sounds like we're going to do buckhorn for opener gun,
See what kind of guests are come up there this year.
see what crew shows up.
Yeah.
I'm anxious about hunting here this year because not working on a film, all stuff I gained from last year and the year before, I'm excited to hunt by myself this year, big time.
Do a little self-filming or with one of us.
Maybe.
Or are you going to stay away from the camera? You're going to be ducking out of the
I want
limelight for a while?
yeah,
What's
right.
going on?
I want to hunt with my traditional bow.
People are going to be running out when you get out of your truck this year. Like, Kevin,
I don't think that's
sign my
underpants.
Sign my face.
sign my face. Wow.
Sign
No,
my-
but that's cool. So the film, you guys probably talked about it a few times. It's been brought up. Trying to do some more film events.
Yeah,
Forest?
we're gonna
Work
host. We're in the process of getting it to DVD and to download on the website.
Shortly?
We're just super busy, and this isn't our full-time gig, so we apologize for the delay. But it's just whatever, man. It's a side thing, It's not what feeds our family, so it comes second.
Correct.
And we're trying to get it up and done. Hopefully sooner than later. I'm hoping within the next month. that it'll be all available via the website.
Nice.
And
That's pretty soon.
We're going to host some more events because that was fun as hell,
With
right?
BHA, yep. We'll do some more stuff with
Yeah,
BHA.
we talked about maybe doing them in partnership with like QDMA.
Pheasant Forever, whoever.
Yeah,
you know.
Rough Grouse Society.
Right.
Anybody that we can
Whitetail
help
deers.
have an evening out and have people come out and have a good time,
Talk.
have a couple drinks,
Right.
and donate some money to good conservation organizations. How can you lose?
Maybe introduce some more people to public lands. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? So, so I took on a little role with BHA in the Thumb this year, which is our I mean, we're like kind of thumb people. I mean, we're at the base, we're at the trunk, but we're kind of thumb guys. So it's kind of cool to meet some more people up that way, and Deer Hunter Podcast get a little bit more involved with BHA, organizing some things and partnering up with them for some conservation.
Right.
Yeah, so that'll be cool.
Right.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited to help you and
Well,
be a part
it's like
of
a
it.
group effort. I just kind of
Right.
threw my name, which is dragging all you guys into it. I have got no time with this, so I'll probably you guys might be
What do you-
doing more of it than you'd think.
When you told me, I go, you did what? What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love the organization, and sometimes just throw yourself out there, even if it's uncomfortable. You know, if you're passionate about it, I think you can find a way. You know what I mean? So
Figure it out.
yeah. I'm really hoping to meet some more people in the area. Learn some new hunting spots, fishing spots, and stuff like that from some people. That's one of the coolest things about meeting some of these guys, or all these guys. They all
Yeah.
have different experience on public land, and we've been getting exposed to more of it, through BHA and the people we've met. So
Right.
yeah, it's always cool. BHA is always a big thing with us.
I'll be a St. Clair Flats lieutenant.
Right. so that's a big thing.
That's cool.
Trying to think of what else. I really want to hone my shooting in. I suck at my recurve. I mean, I'm getting better, but I need to keep practicing. That's been tough. It's fun. It's tough.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about getting a new compound this year, but I think I am. I'm really. I don't want people get the wrong impression and opinion a lot of times. You say, probably even with you or whatever. When I'm gonna go straight, trad. I'm going trad life, man. But it's not that I'm doing it, to be a fucking hippie.
I know. For a while there, though, trad life was the fad
It was. It was a
life.
hot button, and just like the saddles, we're on the tail end of them, but we're getting
Right.
into that, and we're seeing the benefit to hunting saddles. The trad thing definitely is a bigger challenge, but I'm kind of I'm immersing myself in it because I enjoy it so much. So I mean, maybe if I go 5 years without killing a deer, I'll be preaching crossbows to everybody. But I don't know. I do enjoy the challenge, and I'm just trying to get closer to the deer. And to me, it's never. I want to feed my family on venison all year. But the hunt, for me personally, I guess people can put priorities like the meat's number one, and
Always.
experiences. Yeah, well,
Always.
but the experience is number two. If you're gonna put things in order, for me,
Right.
the experience and being out there in the tradition and with the way I feel close to my grandpas that have passed away and uncles and my dad and and all the memories I got with you guys and my friends out there hunting in the woods and experiences. To me, the experience, I would say, it's as important, if not more important, than the meat to me.
Right.
I love venison, and I'm not just going to the market to get meat. I want to go out there for experience. So that's why it's
That's
easier for
cool.
me to go on the trad thing, where
Yeah.
my chances are way less, possibly, if I'm not skilled enough as a hunter to kill deer. But I enjoy it way more,
Yeah.
and shooting it. Just the process.
Sorry, I'm just trying to communicate
You just
with
fell
my
asleep
wife.
there for a
No,
little
I'm
second.
trying to
Sorry, I just fell
communicate with
asleep
my
when you were
wife
talking
who's
about
picking my kid up.
Yeah. It's always something. Yeah, running with the kid to the dentist today. It's really tough for us to get together.
Yeah.
And probably some of you guys that listen can understand. Maybe some guys don't, but it's you've got a kid, you've got 2 kids, I've got 3, and I mean you got a dog that's really needs a lot of love.
It's my baby.
So
baby.
it really is tough with all our work and obligations to get together, but it's always refreshing, and hopefully someday we'll be able to do it more than we can.
Yeah, I've been working nights for
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, and I'm
No.
working down at hell, so
Ryan's job site's literally like where they filmed RoboCop. So
dude, it's horrible. If you look up Zug Island on the internet or a hellscape, I've never heard of a hellscape. I've heard of landscape, but not a hellscape. That's what they call Zug Island. There's literally flames and steam shooting out of every orifice of this body of land.
The industrial skyline of Detroit makes you wish you'd never been born.
Yeah, dude, it's
like a
black
Mad Max
mud.
movie down there.
There's like the black Zug mud, just crazy. Sulfur. Smells like the pits of hell, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like shooting my trad bow. Like I have fun doing it.
Right.
But I'm not
As a
I'm not gonna put that prime shift away.
If I had a prime, maybe I wouldn't have switched. I was shooting a Matthews,
Right.
But maybe if I had a prime, I would never switch. I don't know. It's just what road it brought me to it. And my uncle's old bow, I don't know.
Did
I'm
you
just
see
feeling more
the new
connected to trad right now?
Day 6 arrows? They've perfected the micro diameter arrow system now.
I have been dying to try some. I know you guys shot them. I've been dying to try
Let's
some
do
Day
this.
6 arrows.
Let's hit the arrow thing real quick. I'm gonna give you guys this outline.
You got to take a dump?
No, he's got to get going to dinner. I got to go get my kid. We got to wrap this up. Let's hit the arrow thing real quick. This whole list of things that we were going to talk about that we didn't talk about any.
Right?
That is going to be
We stay on
homework.
topic. We stay on topic.
That's going to be homework.
Give me some homework.
And the next time we sit down, we're going to go in depth on.
I'd love to.
That's it. No bullshit. None of this.
Yeah.
we talked about some
Moving
weird shit.
This is
or
life
jobs or
Bullshit.
dick
Yeah.
pills.
Dick bills? Oh, dick pills.
Yeah,
That's a dick bill now, monthly. Now you're looking at a dick bill.
baby.
Did you
These
pay the
dick
cell phone?
bills
Did
are
you
gonna-
pay the dick bill? You didn't pay the fucking dick bill this month? Do you know what that means?
Oh, yeah, I know what it means.
My dick.
When I got this half-hard cock all day.
I only got enough to keep me from pissing on my shoes.
Oh, man. All right.
All right, lay it on me, Scat Cat.
Dude, should we just wait, hold it?
Hold it.
all right. We'll hold
What do you
it.
mean hold it?
Yeah, no, we start talking about the arrow conversations, our conversation.
Yeah, that's totally.
And he doesn't even want to be in.
He does not want to be a part of it at all.
I don't.
Let's do this. Let's do a bow hunting one. The next one, we'll talk about bows, arrows, and broadheads.
Yeah?
And then on the next one, we'll do the packs, guns, clothing, stove, navigation, and boots.
Stove? What stove? Like cooking stove?
Cooking stove.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got some good experience with those.
Yeah.
Right. That sound good? That
Yeah.
good list? So boots, packs, stands, saddles, arrows, broadheads, bows, guns, clothing, stove, navigation. I'll give you guys all a copy of this list.
Okay.
Everybody kind of just figure out what worked for them this year, what you're changing for next year, and then we can all converse about it. And that way we kind of know what the plans are now for this season coming hunting, what's on the table.
Right.
So we can figure out what kind of gear we're going to need to make that shit happen. Check some price points. And then I was going to have, see if we can do it this week. I want to get updated on the Patreon count. Maybe we can pull together all the discount codes and post those on there for all those guys.
I got most of them written down, but we'll have to update the list.
We'll update it and put it up fresh on the Patreon's list. So if anybody's looking
I got
for
all
gear, that all those discounts are posted there.
Well, we'll talk about it off there, but I got a ton of Dan Infault footage too that I thought about just dumping onto the Patreon account for those guys.
Oh, that'd be
Right.
super cool. Yeah, we've got the whole scouting thing. We got the whole spring scouting
Yeah.
We still
thing recorded.
It'd be super raw footage, but dump the whole thing onto there and be like you were basically at the scouting clinic.
Yeah.
Take a dump.
and I think it's good.
How many
too, that
hours? There's
A lot of
Probably
footage.
6 hours,
Right.
4 hours, 6 hours, somewhere in there.
we filmed start to finish the entire scouting workshop.
It was awesome. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to make that this year. Maybe next season we'll make it.
It
back
already
up.
happened this year. They're already started them.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
they've been
but I'm
doing
sure
it.
that they're going to be doing them for a little while.
Right.
They do hill country and all that stuff. But the one thing I do want to mention on this one before we finish up the next podcast, we are we hit a pinnacle or kind of a point of celebration on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We got 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers.
So
now.
thank you. And then this year also, I know we're looking at trying to get more active with the YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
So we're hoping
I
to give some
actually
people more content through the YouTube channel as well.
just bought a camera today to start
that's-
doing more
yeah.
YouTube content.
Do
That's
us
the
a-
segue I was looking at.
Do us a huge favor and go to YouTube and give us a little
Subscribe.
subscription
Yeah.
Yeah, there, because we post some random stuff from here and there, and I'm sure right when we get to release the film that we will probably put a little more
Teasers?
stuff up on YouTube,
Maybe some teasers.
and there will be some stuff on social media that people will start seeing go around, and then they kind of get an idea of what's in the film, and if they want to
Call it The Forest.
And I posted it on the Patreon account, so the guys that are Patreons, I hope everybody saw it, got to take a look at it, went on
They
there
got
and
to see
watched
the
it.
full film?
There's a private viewing link for YouTube. For the Patreon guys, I figured, these guys are helping us out, throw some content
Right.
their way. I mean, that's what Patreon
and if
ideally
you pirate
is.
that shit, just split it with us, whatever price you get.
For sure, let us know if you're making.
Maybe you'll find a better marketing.
We can see the views, so as soon as there's like something crazy starts happening, we'll just pull the plug on it.
Yeah, but I mean, I would never think. I'm just.
Oh, dude,
we
you
love
know
our
how people
Patreon
are.
guys. Yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping everybody and really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the film. That was like your heart and soul last season.
Took years off my life. That's for goddamn
Yeah,
sure.
maybe that's what's forcing you to run away now. I don't know. You don't have to do it again, Kevin. But
Stay here, snuggle.
yeah, I'm hoping we got a lot of good podcasts for people. Maybe we're getting a little better at recording these things as we go. I think we're getting maybe a little better at it, a little more comfortable.
Yeah, I'd
Definitely
say so.
comfortable.
Right.
I don't know if better is a good word. But
Well, maybe we're a little less of jackasses than we were when we started, or maybe we're more. I don't know.
Has
We
been
hope
a
people
whole
are
lot of
enjoying themselves.
evolving.
Yeah.
all right.
But I feel like there's going to be a substantial growth in our maturity
Community.
in our future.
Community.
You know who I chatted with yesterday was the guys at
Hot.
Dan and Guy Fitzgerald.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we might
Fuck yeah.
might have
No
those
way.
guys on here.
I got to dig up my picture I got with him when I was 12 at Outdoor Rama.
Chatting via social media last week, and I
Wow.
said, yeah, it'd be nice to have a conversation with you guys. And they
Sweet.
I sent them the links and stuff so they can see that. I don't
know.
Maybe they want to talk deer hunting. I don't know. We'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll find out. But I'm sure they're super busy. I mean, they got television shows and all that stuff going on, and we're super busy, so it probably won't be the easiest thing in the world to coordinate, but might make her happen.
That'd be cool.
So let's do research on this gear. Everybody kind of figure out if there's anything else that comes up, knives, optics, little things, everything basically start to finish that we're going to need for the hunting season. And just bounce it off each other and talk
if,
about what we're using and why. And
if there's shit out there that you guys want us to look at or whatever, shoot messages or whatever, and we'll try to get a hold of the companies. And
Of course,
blah,
we're
blah,
up to
blah.
answer questions on all the gear we've been trying. So if you see any of us post anything, ask us a question about it. Most people have. We've had a lot of people, but
right,
we're always trying to try something new. I like to learn some more about arrows and
maybe
all
there's
that.
something cool, something I never heard of before. You
Maybe
know?
something weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something weird. No, but pretty pumped, right?
Oh yeah.
This is really dude, grabbing a hold of my life. What the kind of the look? What we? It's like I feel like it's Frankenstein from starting a Deer Hunter podcast, and it's like there's things are getting a little serious. You could say
The
right?
last couple months have kind of been like the hangover from the season being over.
Right, growing pains maybe. You know, we're
Yeah.
going through our, but now things are about to fit. It start to ramp up from
Yeah.
now until hunting season. So crazy shit going on in our lives, crazy plans we got for the season. We're excited about sharing, maybe doing some podcasts out in the wilderness,
spring turkey's coming out.
spring turkey,
Gobble,
and
gobble,
some walleye
baby.
season.
Gobble,
Getting out there
gobble,
doing
boom.
some walleye jigging.
Man, I'm so excited for the walleye.
Let's
to
get these
start
boats
running.
on the water, man.
Yeah.
Put our fucking thongs on and throw something over the side of the boat.
I'm sick of this
Toss some meat over.
hashtag hard water stuff. I'm ready to
Right.
start doing some vertical jigging.
I want some
want-
soft water.
Dude,
Uh,
go tie a line to my cock and jig.
No, but yeah, so we got some exciting shit coming up here. Stay tuned, right?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Good seeing you guys.
Stay tuned. Stay hard.
Stay